Okay, Migowanan everyone and happy Halloween. This is my review for the movie Weapons. It stars Julia Garner. It stars also Josh Brolin and Amy Madigan. And it's Amy Madigan is in an almost unrecognizable role, and she plays Aunt Gladys. So I if you see her, you won't recognize her. Amy Madigan was in such movies like Field of Dreams, which is really the main thing that I know her from. She has very striking eyes. If you watch her, she's much older now, in her 70s, but you can still see the eyes. Her eyes in this film. It's very recognizable, I guess, or there's just something about her eyes. The date is September 12, 2025, and the movie is about a teacher whose all but one classmate disappears one night, and some of the houses have they have security, and they also have a security camera at the front door, so you can actually see some of the kids fleeing. They have it caught on camera. And it also stars the Asian guy who is Wong from the Doctor Strange movies and the Avengers, Endgame and Infinity War. He was the Asian guy in Doctor Strange. But the one doing the investigation mostly is Josh Brolin, and he kind of teams up with Julia Garner's character, and the cops and everyone in the small town. They don't know what happened to all the kids and why only the one boy stayed. The way the film is structured is it's very staggered, and not really staggered, but they're almost like in chapters. Think Pulp Fiction, how the story is, it focuses on a specific character, and you'll actually see the name of the character, like Marcus or Josh or someone, and then it will go into their story, and you'll see it in their perspective. But unlike Pulp Fiction, where the stories of the characters are kind of jumbled and they're out of order, this one follows an order, more or less. It will always rewind it back to the beginning, so you can see the story unfold up to a certain point of the film, like about halfway, but just changing the perspective of who it's focusing on. I really enjoyed this film, and I do highly recommend you guys check it out. It's chilling. There are horrific moments and some scary moments. I guess you can call them jump scares, but they're not so just coming out of nowhere. It slowly builds up to the jump scare, so it's it's a lot more effective, I think, when done that way, when it builds up the tension, and then you see the jump scare, or you see just something that is so strange and bizarre. One example of that is when you see almost like the silhouette of a figure coming out with what looks like to be at first a knife, or maybe scissors or shears or something in their hand, and you see that figure slowly approaching a car with someone inside the car late at night. That's just one example. So I really enjoyed this one. There's a mystery here that needs to be solved, and that was equally as compelling as the horror aspect of the film. It is by the same director who directed Barbarians, which is also a great film, and I would give Weapons, I believe I would give it an 8.25 out of 10. Okay, so happy Halloween, and I hope you guys enjoyed.